Bismillah Rahman Rahim. This is Engineer Masood Akhtar Kian, and as usual, today have the technical session number 60, glass in building materials. So, before going on, I would like to request you to press the bell icon, like it, share it, subscribe, as the next video will reach the easy access. So, glass in the building materials. So, we will discuss about the history of the glass and the ingredients of the glass. So during the course, the history behind the glass, human necessity, and the rise of technology enabled to access the ability to create the glass from the 3000 years ago. Even though the modern technology unable to create glass in much longer quantities, the initial recipe and the ingredients that are preferred in the ancient Egyptian times, some Persia, Romans, and also the same necessity in the scenario. So it is the basic structure of the glass made in the silica and then the most commonly found in the island. Uh, the silica and sand are the major materials. Uh, but we can go ahead with the history. The glass was invented in the time of ancient Egyptian era and the uh, Persian history is belong. So, however, because the pure silica have very high melting temperature and it is not most durable material, many additional substances are introduced into a recipe of the strength, and the changes may be in the properties which help the glass to become a one of the most common material in the modern society. The basic component of the modern glass is the pure silica SiO2 fused quartz represent the 70 to 74% by weight of the modern glass. In ancient times, glass works prepare recipe with the more than the 90% with the pure silica, but because this substance has melting point about the 2000 degree centigrade, which is 3600 degree Fahrenheit. Uh, the chemist found a way to lower the temperature by introducing the various additives into the mix, but mostly sodium carbonates. One of the most interesting features of the pure silica glass is the ability to block UV radiations, which have the 70 to 72% silica glass. Sodium carbonate Na2CO3 represent the important ingredients of the modern glass that adds both positive and the negative features. It successfully lower the melting points of the silica to more manageable 1200 degree centigrade, but it's a smokeless that the glass has the soluble features. The prevent the glass the being a water soluble and the increase the chemical structure as lime, calcium, also CaO, magnesium oxide, MgO, and the aluminum oxide Al2O3 are added as the ingredients. Glass enriched the limes represent that the 90% of the glass are used today. Additional lead of oxidation, barium, and the lithium oxide can be increased glass uh, properties and the more reflection and the suitable purpose and even in the eyeglasses and the lenses also. Thorium oxide served a similar role in the past that was phased in the form of the manufacture because of radioactivity. Sodium sulfate, sodium chloride, or enantiomer or the oxidation process and can be added as to prevent the creation of the air bubbles in the glass mixture. Iron can also strengthen ability to glass to absorb the infrared energy and the heat glasses may be it can be today most commonly be found in the movie of the um, projectors. So cerium IV oxide is responsible for the absorbing UV radiation and to make the glass non-harmless. So boron oxide is also one of the main ingredients is called the Pyrex glass. Its ability to strengthen the structure of the glass and the protect from the thermal expansion, cracking, and the thermal shocks makes the perfect production and it may be used in the kitchen, cookies, and fire-rated things, opticals, components, and the other major items, other major chemical items, and the hygienic items. The glass still it is a luxury looks and is a very important material in construction era. The in 1958, Pilkington and the brick stuff introduced. They are the manufacturer in the UK and all over the world. So they make these ingredients and the mixed design and all of these physical properties research and make the feasibility of some better products as compared to the previous glass. So properties of the glass, this is the transparency, this is the U value, also the thermal conductivity, strength of the glass, insulation of the glass, uh, green buildings affects the visibility, workability also the glass, recycle glass also, solar heat gain coefficient, and the heat transfer inside, heat transfer outside, physical transmitters, energy coefficients, and also the types of the glass are the float glass. It's a float glass is also called the soda lime glass or the clear glass. This is produced by the molten glass and also the clear flat modulus rupture 5000 to 6000 psi, stronger than the rocky Pilkington punches and the 2000 psi punches more than the previous one. Then there is a test for the glass is the tempered properties is glass should be 17 hours continue in the oven and should be look like a bake and when the glass is uh, damaged or it is broken it will be in the pieces not in the long direction sections and these things, so it will not harm the human bodies during accident or something. And then the tinted glass also this is depend upon the tinted material. Uh, some materials are protective the glass 70%, some are 30% is depend upon the thickness of the tinted. Then the heat transfer from outside to the inside it is restricted by this tinted glass. Uh, e-coating also low e-coating this is also a defect. This is also prevents the energy from the outside to outside. There is also ballistic glass depend upon the specification of the ballistic the what's the end user or the clients wants which type this is also it can be made very easily. uh, non-breakable glass. If some glass it is, if it is fired by the bullets, this is only a make one aperture. It whole structure is not affected. So there are also some accessories for the glass fixing. This is the sealant and the coating, and also the real visibility of the glass. This depend upon the project specification and the requirements of the specification and requirements of the standard also. So glass is the major commercial material in the buildings. So its glass can be decorated with different angles, with different physical properties and the different requirements of the projects. So we can discuss today about the glass. So this is the briefing, and in next video we will see each other with another subject. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.